Bonjour Year 9, welcome to lesson 10 of this second summer half term. And today with Mr Bolis, you'll be looking at the topic of holidays, les vacances. Okay, for today's lesson you'll need the following equipment. Your exercise book that the school gave you, and a pen and a ruler. Your Module 6 Knowledge Organiser, which is on class charts, there's a link. And wordreference.com, again, there's a link to open this as a web browser as a separate tab on your computer if you wish to do so now. So pause now. Thank you for uploading all your work onto class charts to date. That's been great to see. You're really making good progress. If you do have any questions on any of the activities in today's lesson, please email me, and here's my email address. And please do remember to upload your work after the lesson today and certainly within 2 days of the lesson taking place, so I can give you an achievement point. And I will mark your work once every fortnight. Copiez la date mardi 23 juin et le titre les vacances, holidays. And make sure you underline those neatly in your book, please. And then underneath write the objective, l'objectif, which is to write about where you spend your holiday, who with, and for how long. Pause to do that now. And your doing activity should take about 5 minutes. So I'd like you to translate the 4 sentences, numbers 1 and 2 from French to English, and then 3 and 4, I want you to translate them into French for me. You don't need to copy out the sentence, just translate them. Pause to do that now and press play to get the answers. Okay, let's check those answers now. 1. Turn left, then turn right. 2. Take the second street to the right or on the right and cross the bridge. 3. Descendez la rue et après allez jusqu'au feu. So for this one, make sure you spell descendez correctly with the S with the C after it. Après needs its accent going down, so your voice goes down. And make sure you spelled au correct before feu because that's plural and AUX shows that it's plural degrees. Pause if you need to at any time. 4. Prenez la première rue à gauche et enfin la bibliothèque est sur la droite. Okay, so here première needs an accent because rue is feminine. Make sure you got your accent on a, and then also on bibliothèque, going in the right direction as your voice goes down. Really well done. I'll now pass you on to Mr Bolis. Merci, au revoir.
So today we are talking about holidays, and we are talking about where you spend your holiday and who with. So can you repeat the following phrases after me? Je passe mes vacances en France. Je passe mes vacances en Belgique. Je passe mes vacances en Angleterre. Je passe mes vacances aux Pays-Bas. Je passe mes vacances au Japon. Je passe mes vacances avec ma famille. Je passe mes vacances avec mes copains. Je passe 2 semaines en vacances. Je passe 1 mois en vacances. Well done, Year 9, excellent pronunciation. Now what I want you to do, I want you to take the time to write this all down in your exercise book and match it up with the English, which is right in front of you. You can now press pause and press play again when you're ready for the correction. So here is the correction to your work. Number 1 was I spent my holiday in France. Numéro 2, in Belgium. Numéro 3, in England. Now I hope you'll notice that I wrote those words in red, and there's a reason for it. it's because the three countries are feminine. And because they are feminine, they all start with en when you're using the phrase je passe mes vacances. So it's really something to remember. Aux Pays-Bas was in the Netherlands, literally Low Countries. And au Japon, of course, was in Japan. So compared to number 1 to 3, countries in 4 and 5 are masculine, therefore they were starting with O. Numéro 6, je passe mes vacances avec ma famille is I spend my holiday with my family. Avec mes copains, with my friends. And then you've got the length of time. So of course for number 6 and 7, you can have many different variations, with my parents, with my cousin, with my brother, with my sister, whatever you want to use. For the length of time as well, you can vary. So here I put 2 semaines, 2 weeks, but you could have 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Un mois is a month, but you could have 2 months, 3 months, however long you want your holiday to be. So well done. Take the time to double check that everything is correct before you move on. Now is the time to practice your work on Quizlet. Please remember that practicing your work on Quizlet is a very good way for you to learn the vocabulary. And if we're taking the time to do that, it's because that vocabulary matters. So make sure that you do these activities seriously as well. So for the link, which is now on class charts and on the description of the video, complete the learn, write and spell before you test yourself. Now do not spend more than 10 minutes on it. I know it's tempting to spend more time, but just stick to 10 minutes. Press pause and then press play again when you're ready to continue. Now what I want us to do is have a look at present tense of ER verbs. And actually passé is a really good example of an ER verb. So passé in that case means to spend. Passé as well written like that and meaning to spend is an infinitive because it ends in ER. So if you want to conjugate it, we need to think about pronouns. Now the first pronoun in French is je. So je passe les vacances en France means I spend the holiday in France. Now please note that at the end of pass you just put an I and that's it. Tu passes, you spend, and this time you got es for ending. Il passe, he spends. Elle passe, she spends. On passe, we informons spend. Nous passons, we formons spend. Vous passez, il passe, and elle passe. So can you please repeat after me? Je passe, tu passes, il passe, elle passe, on passe, nous passons, vous passez, il passe, elle passe. Now, if passé is your infinitive, and the ending in the present tense of French is I, es, I, ons, ez, ent, ent. Let's see if you can remember now. So what I want you to do, I want you to write an English new exercise book and can you retranslate into French on your own. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to see the correction. So here is the correction to your work. It's now really important that you double check that you got everything correct before you move on. Well done, Year 9. So for our next activity, I'm going to read you a text. And what I want you to do, I just want you to follow as I'm reading it out loud. Normalement, je passe 2 semaines en Italie avec ma famille. Je voyage en train et je fais du camping. J'adore ça. Je vais aussi au bord de la mer avec mon frère et nous passons un bon moment. Parfois, je passe mes vacances chez ma tante qui habite en Tunisie à la montagne. Je voyage en avion tout seul. J'y passe le mois d'août. Je trouve ça génial. Okay, so hopefully reading it with me, you've already realized that you know quite a lot of vocabulary in front of you. However, I want you to compare with the translation I've made. Now, of course, I made a lot of mistakes in that translation, so how many can you spot? What I want you to do, I want you to write down the English translation again in your exercise book, correcting all my mistakes. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to see the correction. So here is the correction to your work. Take the time to double check that all the red words are also the same one as you put in your work. So press pause again, check your work before you press play for the next activity. I want us to finish the lesson by doing a piece of writing, and I want you to write at least 50 words about where you spend your holiday, who with, and what you do. Now the what you do bit, I know it wasn't in today's lesson, but we've done a lot of things and activities recently. So you should be able to refer to your past notes and try to add as much as you can. Of course, I want you to include at least 6 details regarding where and who with you spend your holiday. You try to use different pronouns since you've got passé in your exercise book. Mention at least 3 activities you do, and of course use opinions, reasons about your holiday. Finally, connectors and short phrases would be great. As usual, here is a model, and remember it's a model and not what I want you to copy in your exercise book. Try to be a bit creative. You can now press pause and complete your writing activity.
Thank you for your hard work today, Year 9. Really well done. Please do remember to upload your photo of your work to class charts so I can give you an achievement point, and do this within 2 days, please. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.